to motivate. And moreover, prefixed, is there any prefixed evaluation format?
Okay, ma'am. So I think Priya, is it Priyadarshini or Priya Narayanan?
Oh, that's me, Priyadarshini, sir.
Yeah. Tell me, Priyadarshini, what your expectation? Today you gave a wonderful speech today in our club.
Thank you, sir. So normally in our club, actually, people are giving good speech, wonderful speech, and we will not generally get any recommendations. It's very difficult to give an evaluation. So, but I have seen you have given a very structured evaluation for all the speeches. I just want to understand how you are actually giving it. How do we actually structure it? What all things we need to check?
Yeah, actually, Priya, what happened in our club, because of pathways, in a level 1, we have to give a chance to members to do evaluation. Like Manu, see now Manu had to do the evaluation, but to complete level 1, so we have to give a chance to Manu to do the evaluation. Yes. Maybe when they're doing first time evaluation, they may not give some recommendations. But if you see all seasoned Toastmasters, they're trying to provide actually. So, and what about Toastmaster Suhasini, ma'am?
Good evening, sir. Just I want to improve my evaluation skill. I want to deliver my evaluation within a time limit. So I expect the same from this.
Yeah. I think time is very important. So
yes, sir.
I used to miss a lot of time because we are trying to give a lot of information to the speakers. That's why we miss the time actually.
Yes, sir.
So then I think Srinivasan is our Srini.
Yeah, doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me, Srini. I think nice to see you.
Nothing specific, doctor. Just wanted to listen in.
Okay, good. So, what about Anand? Toastmaster Anand?
Yes, sir. Sir, how to give the constructive feedback in a stipulated time? Last time I given the I have taken the evaluation, but I couldn't able to complete within the stipulated time. And also, I was giving only the positive aspect. A little bit the area for improvement, I couldn't able to complete in a stipulated time. This is my challenge, sir.
Okay, good. No problem. We'll touch upon all the points in this session. So then you can we'll discuss if anything is there, how we have to do. And what about Preeti? I think Preeti already seasoned evaluator in our club.
Thank you, sir. How to give the feedback, the recommendation points very politely so that the members will get motivated to work on it.
Okay, good. And I'm seeing Prakash Raman. Is it Toastmaster Prakash?
Good evening, Toastmaster Mr. Rao. Yeah, Prakash here.
So I think you joined last week only, no? In our club?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, good. Maybe for you it may be completely new. Just to see, listen what are the points are there. That the moment I think you started your speeches in our club, you come to know about how important evaluation and all those things.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
So finally, I think I left only 3 people now. One is DTM Jaker sir. So DTM Jaker sir, I think so you are there always. You are the seasoned evaluators. So what you are expecting, sir? I think your expectation I know, but maybe audience should know what you are actually looking.
No, it is always good that we continuously learn. It's not that we are always perfect or we know things. We might have done hundreds of evaluations. I'm not saying no, but then it still does not help us to say that we are good in evaluation. See, why? Because we must understand that there are a lot of speeches. Speeches are, variety. Speakers are variety. Sometimes the same speaker will not be able to give the same speech. In fact, there is a project where you should give the same speech and you should correct yourself by an evaluator. But there is one in level 1. This particular project is only given because the same speaker, when he is supposed to speak, he can tend to make mistakes when he speaks again on the same subject. So therefore, it is a great benefit for all of us to understand
sir.
what is evaluation.
So you agree, sir, because any number of times if you are giving evaluation, there is a scope for the improvement actually.
Yeah, there's still a gap.
Yeah, because it's a 2 to 3 minutes, you have to structure your ideas and you have to give a speech. It's not easy for giving effective evaluation. So that is the reason, sir. One of the reason we are giving this mentoring session, because we want to get the champions from our club, so that I think they can go to the area level and division level, district level. So over a period of time, you can create a good champions from our club. So that is the motive.
It's a long-term goal.
Yes, sir. And I think to whom I left, I think Priya Narayanan is joined now.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Priya Narayanan. Like, tell me what you are expecting from this session.
Okay, I'll just switch on the camera. Good evening to all. What I'm expecting is, of course, to gain from the huge experience that you have, DTM Rao. I think I have been watching for the last 2 years the amount of time you invest in evaluating. I think you are the only person who is not mindful of the time, and you ensure that you give the maximum as feedback to any speaker. You dwell and you always give us insights on how to speak, how the opening should be, how the sentence should be formed, and the pitch and the tone. So it's always been very detailed. So I'm sure that a longer session will be so much more insightful, because in the 2.5 minutes you give us so much insights. I'm hoping to benefit from a 1 hour or 1 hour session, and of course, like you said, maybe evaluate even better.
Right.
My speech
Yeah.
and the speech of other members of the club.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Priya Narayanan. I think actually because this session is a combination of all Toastmasters, whether they are less than 1 year or more than 1 year. So I packed in such a way that, so whatever I learn from these so many years, I want to share that one within this session. So that is the thing. And I think I left to 2 more people. I think our Deepak, Toastmaster Deepak. So what is your expectation? I think
Yes,
you
sir.
are collecting your expectation from us, but you have to tell your expectation also.
Yes, sir, sure, sir. So for me, how to structure the evaluation, sir. So I have got positive points. I have got the improvement points. So how to structure effectively so that speaker will remember this forever while preparing the speech.
Good. So now I think I left only our Anirudh, because I purposefully kept Anirudh in the last, because he's going to be target speaker today. Now tell me, Anirudh, what is your expectation with respect to evaluation?
Yeah, I've actually played the evaluator role about 2 times actually in January. I also had some difficulties in structuring the evaluation and preparing the script for evaluation, because we don't have time actually. Once the prepared speech is over, maybe during the table topics, we can structure the evaluation and prepare the script. By the time the evaluation session comes, we have to be ready with the script, and it should be very organized and structured. So that's what we need to learn actually, because sometimes it's very difficult to do that in a very short span of time after listening to the speech.
Good. So I think we'll try to cover all our expectations. So as per the session planning, what I need one target speaker, test speaker, I can say. I think we already identified Toastmaster Anirudh came forward. He wants to give his speech. Now I want 3 to 4 participants who wants to evaluate that test speech. So give me names. I think Deepak will note down those names. So whoever wants to give evaluation, because now as part of this session, I will tell Anirudh to give his speech, and his speech has to be evaluated by participants. I think I can expect minimum 4 or 5. That depends upon who are coming forward now. Then after that, I will evaluate each and everything. I will tell how actually you have to do. So anybody, you can give names now who are interested.
I will participate.
Yeah, I think Toastmaster Priya Narayanan.
Sir,
And who else?
Manu Mohan.
Manu Mohan, second. And who are coming forward? If you are not coming forward, I will select.
I also participate.
Deepak also there. 3.
Toastmaster Santosh, sir.
Santosh. Okay. Santosh, I think you joined now. Okay. So Santosh also there. Santosh, what is your expectation? I think I missed you. I didn't see your name.
I want to know how to properly evaluate.
Okay. So Santosh, Priya Narayanan, Deepak, and who are there? Manu. Four.
Manu,
Four
sir.
are enough. Anyone want to give? Dinesh, you want to give, or anybody wants to give evaluation? Hello? Can you able to hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir. We are able to hear you.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Dinesh.
I think one more participant. I'm looking for one more participant because now we have around 17 participants. So now 4 names came. I think one more name I want.
I'll evaluate it. Preeti.
Preeti. Okay. You take Preeti name.
Yes, sir.
Dinesh. So how many are there now? 5 names you can tell me now.
Toastmaster Manu, Toastmaster Priya Narayanan, Toastmaster Deepak, Toastmaster Santosh, Toastmaster Preeti Murugan.
Okay. And who will take the time and responsibility, Deepak? You want to take time responsibility because when he is giving speech, 5 to 7 minutes, you need to see the timings also.
Sure. I can, Anirudh, please ping my video. I will change the color as red, blue, and orange. Okay?
Yeah, sure. And whenever I say, you please start the time. Don't start the time before because I am using PPT actually. So till I share my screen.
Okay, and also I will request Deepak. Deepak can take the written evaluation also. I think Anirudh will give you document, evaluation document. All 5 people who are identified now, they will give oral evaluation in this session. And Deepak will give oral evaluation plus written evaluation. So that will be counted as a project speech for the Anirudh to complete his level. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, good. So now we'll start the session now. So how I structure the session is, first I'm going to explain about the basics of evaluation. So which actually Toastmasters International has provided for us. I will go through the general guidelines, whatever Toastmasters International is expecting in evaluate to motivate module. So that I will I will go through you because it will be helpful for all new members and who are not participating in the evaluation earlier. So that's why I'm giving basics of evaluation. Then second thing, I'm going to go for the test speech. That's whatever our target speaker now today, Toastmaster Anirudh is going to give 5 to 7 minute speech. Then all 5 identified participants, they will give the evaluation. So that is a second thing. That means we are doing the hands-on exercise. Then after completing their evaluation and everything, I will give the key aspects of effective evaluation, what I learned and what is my experience, what they so far in Toastmasters journey. And I will touch upon what are the expectations I listened today. I'm going to try to fulfill those expectations. So that is the key aspects of effective evaluation. And fourth one is I'm going to showcase the evaluation contest badge, actually, the judges ballot. If you are participating in the evaluation contest, how judges are looking for the effective evaluator. So that I'm going to touch upon. Finally, if you have any questions and answers, we can see. So now I think already now 5:30, maybe we can see, we can go up to 6:30 because there are 4 session categories of this thing there. Each session may take 10 to 15 minutes. Then we'll go through that one. Yeah, this is this plan is fine for everybody. Or
Yes.
any yeah,
Yes, DTM.
okay, good. So now, so before going to the basics of evaluation, if you see evaluation in a life scenarios, whatever our day-to-day life, evaluation is a lifelong process. I think the moment we born and the moment we are leaving this beautiful world, so every minute and every second, I think we are got evaluated either directly or indirectly. So that's why I can say evaluation is a lifelong process. If you take in a personal life, suppose if you are at our home in a family, so when you are taking a very good dinner and all, so your wife or your mother preparing your food, and food is very good, I think you can appreciate mummy food is very good and all those things. Or if you want to comment your wife's skills, also you can comment. So that is, I think, suppose if you take any dish, if dish is not there, salt, you can tell salt is not there. The way you are telling also, it is as again evaluation. You can tell to your wife or your mother, everything is good, but if you add little bit of salt, I think this dish will be very good. So that's why way you have to give evaluation. Once you are coming to Toastmasters, you come to know those skills. Otherwise, what will happen? If you're not a Toastmaster, you will tell directly, yeah, this is not at all good. You're not added salt and all those things. So that won't motivate even our family members. So that is one of the skill you are learning from Toastmasters. Even personal life also, you know how to give the motivational evaluation to your family members. So that is in a personal life. Not only I'm telling about the cooking scenarios and all. Suppose when you are starting your vehicle to your office, morning, either bike or a two-wheeler or four-wheeler. So first thing what you will do after immediately after ignition, you will see your odometer, isn't it? Your fuel gauge, whether fuel is sufficient or not, whether you have to put the fuel to go to the petrol bunk or something like that. That is one of the evaluation. You are doing our own evaluation for the vehicles also, whether it is sufficient or not. Then coming to our personal life, professional life. Professional life now, I think, because most of I think generations for the last 20 to 30 years, I think we are expecting to join in the corporate field. Most of the people are joining in the corporate field now. I think even governments also started their evaluation in various aspects, that they are giving our appraisals. And once you are doing quarterly 3 months work, I think some of the companies they're giving quarterly evaluation, some of the companies they're giving yearly evaluation. So when you are meeting your supervisor, so you'll tell what are the plus points we have, what are the areas of improvement we have. So these are again, when you are giving in a appraisal, so that time you have to give how effectively you have to give evaluation, how you have to motivate your group, your team. That also helpful in the professional life. Again, in social life, so social life also, wherever it is happening, any event you are attending, either in apartment association meetings or maybe in some political gathering or anything, if you want to meet some infrastructure related issues to any like municipal authorities and all, there in that group also you can able to give evaluation in a better way so that people can be understand. So that is I think the social life scenario is very, very important in US scenarios, because in US governments cannot change even a single 1 feet road without the concern of the local people. So they'll conduct the meetings with the local residents, and they will ask, we are changing the alignment of the road, are you interested or not, like that. So in social life also, this evaluation is very important. And finally, I'm going to touch upon the leadership essential. See, if you are a effective leader, or if you want to be a successful leader, you have to be a good evaluator also, because one of the key important thing for leadership is listening, isn't it? So if you have a very good listening skills, you are going to be a successful leader. You have to listen to your team, you have to listen to your clients, you have to listen to your customers, you have to listen to your officials. So once your listening capability increasing, then you know how to structure your ideas to express your thing. So when you are doing the evaluation, because before giving evaluation, you are listening to the speeches, isn't it? So 5 to 7 minute speech, or maybe 10 to 12 minute speech, you are listening. So after listening that thing, you are structuring all ideas in your mind. How you have to structure that ideas, how you have to give opening, body and conclusion. Again, evaluation is one of the speech. Then immediately within no time, you are going back to the evaluation to the speakers. So that is the actually leadership skill. In a Toastmasters, if you say that we have 3 formats: prepared speeches and table topics and evaluation. I can say evaluation is the most powerful than prepared speech and table topics. I'm not telling that prepared speech and table topics are not important, but compared to those two, evaluation is more challenging actually, because prepared speech, you have ideas, you have time, you can prepare 1 week, 2 weeks, and you come and deliver the speech. Table topics, you have 2 minutes, but you don't have anything. Whatever ideas you there, you can express there. But whereas evaluation, you have to listen the speech, you have to consolidate your ideas, you have to structure your ideas, and you have to reproduce your ideas, motivate the member. So all these things you have to do within no time. So that's why I'm telling evaluation is a more challenging. Okay, now basics. I'm coming to the basics. How evaluation will be benefit to the speakers. So speakers is actually, it is giving immediate feedback. So providing immediate feedback. I think no organization can give immediate feedback, isn't it? I think that's why I think when our guests are coming to our meetings, club meetings, they'll impress, because the moment speech is over, after that evaluators are started giving evaluation. So one of the benefit for the speakers is they will get a immediate feedback, whatever speech they gave, whatever ideas they share to the club or maybe audience. That is one of the benefit to the speakers. And the second benefit for the speaker is evaluator will offer the areas of improvement and methods of improvement. So that is again very useful. Even if you pay money, you can't get the immediate improvement areas and all. If you ask outside any consultancy, they'll charge you heavy. Any improvement, if you want, see this, my organization is running like this, I want to improve my organization. And if you go to McKinsey or any world consultancy organization, they'll charge you. I think all corporate companies, whether it's TCS or CTS, any companies, they'll go for the external consultants, they'll charge heavily to improve their organizational process. But here what happened, immediately after speech is over, evaluator trying to give the improvement areas. So that is one of the financially, it's very beneficial. With the less money you are paying to the Toastmasters International. And moreover, you are getting the experience of the seasoned Toastmasters providing the improvement areas. And third one is very important, because if you see any new member joining, he may not be knowing in the first speech or second speech. You need to motivate him. You need to maintain his self-esteem, because he has to come and give another speech. He has to have a passion to give more number of speeches on this forum. So that is an evaluator responsibility to motivate the speaker. So speaker will get the self-esteem. So you have to build and maintain the self-esteem of the speaker. So these are the benefits for the speakers. So this is again what actually Toastmasters International is telling. Evaluating is the tell and sell approach. That means when the evaluator talks and the speakers will listen, isn't it? When the speaker is giving speech, evaluator will listen. And whenever evaluator is giving, speaker will listen. So that's what tell and sell approach. That's what actually Toastmasters International is telling. Evaluation is the tell and sell approach. So now coming to the crux of the evaluation. So these are the very standard procedures. If you follow methodically right from the beginning, if you are, whether you are giving 1 evaluation or 10 evaluation or 100 evaluations, if you follow standard procedures like our Rahul Dravid in cricket, so you can able to improve like anything, some evaluation to evaluation. So you have to stick to the basics. So first and foremost is before the speech, it is good to talk to the speaker. Because even if suppose in a VPE is putting an agenda, so-and-so person is evaluator, you take the time, maybe a Saturday evening or Saturday morning, you call the speaker, ask him, what are the areas you want to specially focus? Some people may tell my body language, some people tell my vocal variety. So those type of things. As an evaluator, you can note down those things. You can try to see how actually you are going to give recommendations. So coming to the, I want to see awareness of our members. How many pathways we have? Anyone?
11 pathways.
Yeah, 11 pathways. So each pathways, how many levels we have?
5 levels.
Excellent. So each level, how many projects are there average?
3 to 4.
3 to 4.
Excellent. I think Preeti can tell, because Preeti only last week only she's given reflection of pathways. She is very familiar now. So other than Preeti, if anybody is telling, I'm very happy that I think Madras Toastmasters Club members knows what is the pathways and what are the levels and all those things. So what I'm telling is each project and each level, they have a purpose of the projects, isn't it? So as an evaluator, you need to see that what is the purpose of each project. So purpose, I think nowadays, because in pathways, they're giving very generic purpose actually. But in earlier communication track, each project we have very structured objectives actually. So that is missing now. But anyhow, I think they're telling because they want to cater to the larger audience in 11 pathways and all. They would have designed like this. But a lot of thought process went into that one, identifying the purpose of the speech. For example, today I evaluated Toastmasters Priyadarshini's speech. The purpose of this speech is very simple. What they told is, speaker has to practice as a story as a speech, or part of his or her speech as a story. So that is the purpose only. But if you see that purpose, as an evaluator, you may not be knowing what actually you have to give. Isn't it? And also, if you see, not only purpose, there is evaluation guidelines. If you see any evaluation document, below they gave evaluation guidelines in, I think, 9 or 10 categories. Each category, they have 5 levels, exemplary, excels, and all those things. And if you can able to see all those categories of 10 and each level, you can able to visualize. You can pick one of that thing and you can see that speaker fitting into one of these things. Then you are going to be a very effective evaluator. You understand what I am telling?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm telling is there are 10 categories. I think 10 or 9 categories are there. Each category there are 5. 9 into 5, there are 45 points for areas of improvement. These 45 areas of improvements, if you master, and your skill to take that one of that area, one of that point to link to the speaker. So that is your skill as evaluator, because you have knowledge. 45 areas of improvements are there, and speaker has delivered, and you have to map this area into the speaker's ability. That is the evaluator skill. If you can able to do that one, I am sure you're going to be a successful evaluator. And also you can ask speaker, is there any concerns before giving speech, because he may not be having very good experience in the previous speeches. He can tell that concern, you look into that concern also as an evaluator. And second thing, during the speech, if suppose if your speaker is giving, your target speaker is giving speech, you have to give entire your full attention to the speaker only, so that you are interested to listen his speech. Even though you are a seasoned Toastmaster and even is icebreaker speech, you have to show your facial expressions that you are you are ready to listen. You have to show that you are interested to listen his speech. So that is the important. And also one more thing, put yourself in the position of the speaker. I think this is very important for when you are conducting physical meetings. So when you are conducting physical meetings, so we have to sit in such a way that speaker is visible to you. But now it's online, we can able to see easily, because in the screen we can able to see the speaker. This is not required in online, but in a physical meeting, you have to position yourself in such a way that you can able to see speaker how he is delivering. And one more important thing, even though you are very seasoned speaker, even though you are very good in English, even though you are very good in oratory skills, but you have to take the notes, because that notes is very important for you to prepare your evaluation while delivering when you are called to give the evaluation. Because you think that everything will be remembered. So that is not correct. You can note down everything and you take what are the important points within 2-3 minutes, how you effectively can able to give. So that taking the notes is also very important. Then next, third stage. First is before the speech, during the speech, then during your evaluation. That means after the speech. After the speech, you are coming to the evaluation. So when you are giving evaluation, choosing the words are carefully. So it's very important, because I think one of the values for our Toastmasters International, respect for the individuals. So we need to choose words very carefully. So you should not be any arrogant, because see, everybody coming here to learn, to improve our communication leadership skills, isn't it? So we have to give mutual respect, and we need to use words very carefully. Those words have to improve speakers' ability, not to hurting the speakers. So that is one of the important thing. And second thing is evaluate the speech, not the person. This is very, very important. You know? So you are coming here with some speech objectives, and as the evaluator, you are doing evaluation based on the objectives to the speech, not for the person. So you always give your evaluation based on the speech objectives, not on the person. And third is very important, promote self-esteem. So initial levels, level 1, level 2, we need to craft our members very nicely. They're like a babies for us. So you have to groom them like anything. So first 2 levels, we need to motivate them, because they will get a self-confidence. Once they're giving speeches, say 4 or 5 speeches, they'll get a confidence. So during this, up to 6 speeches, as an evaluator, our responsibility to hold them, so that I think they can continue their journey to increase their communication skills and leadership qualities. So we need to promote the self-esteem. So these are very important things as evaluators. That's what I'm telling. As a Toastmaster, member is ambassador to the Toastmasters, and member is ambassador to the club. And moreover, evaluator is having a lot of responsibilities to fulfill Toastmaster values. So you have to give honest evaluations. It's not like a but earlier what used to happen in a communication track, up to 4 speeches, we used to encourage the members, and 5th and 6th we used to give some moderate. We tune him. Then for 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 4 speeches earlier, we used to give very honest evaluation. If he's not up to the mark, we'll tell that to repeat the speech also. So that is benefit of the speaker, not for the anything. But 99% we won't ask, because the way we are grooming member, they will come to that level. So you have to give honest evaluations and encourage while offering the suggestions for improvement. So you should not give any harsh suggestions, harsh improvements and all. So our objective to get benefit of the communication leadership skills by the members. So that's why you have to give suggestions for the improvement. So when actually this is a crux actually. So when you are giving evaluation, I'll come to that point, because these all whatever I'm giving only basics, which actually Toastmasters International has given. That's what I'm giving to you. But I will share you my experience also how you have to give. So one is connect to your opening statement. So whenever you are giving an opening statement, you have to connect to the opening statement. Suppose, for example, today I gave speech evaluation to the Toastmasters Priyadarshini. I told about the storytelling is a very important tool in a public speaking. Then when I'm giving summary, when I'm concluding that thing, I told her to say beautiful speech telling about her story, personal story, isn't it? So you have to connect whenever you're opening, telling the storytelling, what is the importance. Then at the end conclusion, you have to connect whatever open statement we have. That what I'm telling today, Toastmasters Priyadarshini has given signature storytelling, because she has brought her from own experience. So I have to tell that she has given a beautiful signature story, and you have to continue whatever recommendations we have. And also summary is very important. See, even though you are giving all the areas of improvement and all our observations and all, if you're not able to summarize, so it may not be appeal to the speaker. So summarizing key points is very important. So summarizing key points, I can say 3 dimensions. One is content wise, second is delivery wise, third one is your objective of the project. So these 3 dimensions you can summarize and you can able to give. And also when you are giving areas of improvement, recommendation, it's better to give from your personal story or example, so that I think members will be appreciated to you. What you learn, what you got from your personal experience, you give that example. And fourth one is encourage the listeners to apply what they have heard and learned. So this is, I think, in a pathways, it's very good actually, because if you, after completing second project, when you are going to third project level 1, you have to add whatever your feedback you got, isn't it? Previous speech feedback you have to incorporate in the next speech. So that is there already. Encourage listeners to apply what they heard and learned. But don't stop to level 1. Each and every project, whatever you are getting the suggestions, try to implement in the next speech as a speakers. So over a period of time, you will get a lot of improvements. So that is what actually closing. When you are closing, you have to consider all these 4 points. So I think first session I completed now basics of the whatever evaluation. Now we'll go to the second session. So second session I can say now Anirudh will give 5 to 7 minute speech. Then after that I think 4 or 5. We have how many participants? Deepak, 4 or 5?
5, sir.
5, okay. So then I think any support you need, Deepak, because when you are giving evaluation, somebody has to take your time also, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Subhashini ma'am, can you take timer?
I will do it.
Okay.
Okay. So then I
maybe
think
you can also do it for Toastmaster Anirudh also, ma'am. His speech is 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I think I'm inviting Toastmaster Anirudh.
DTM Rao, one question. Our evaluation is for 5 to 7 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes?
No. Evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
We cannot give 5 to 7 minutes.
Okay.
So only 5 to 7 minutes, only speech. Target speak I'm telling.
Okay.
So evaluators, they have to take 2 to 3 minutes. I think before going to the session, I think I need to invite our division director, Toastmaster Arun Kumar. So I think in the beginning, we didn't ask his expectation. So Arun, welcome to this session.
Sir,
Yeah. So actually, I collected all the expectations before starting the session from all our participants. So I will try to see all expectation we can able to complete in this session. And I think our area director also there, Srinivasan also there. Is there or he left already? Okay. I think because division director came, area director left, I think. Okay, no problem.
So we were there. Yeah, we were there in the district officers training. That's why I joined late. First of all, apologies for joining late. The expectation is nothing but, sir, I just wanted to learn about the structure of doing this evaluation and which was made based on the content that you have given.
Okay. So now I think we're already 5:55 or 57 now. We need to see, I think we may not complete before 6:30 because target speaker will take 7 minutes and the 5 evaluators will take 15 minutes. There are 22 minutes. Is it okay for all of you to expand time? Because otherwise you can cut the evaluators. Maybe you have to give 2 to 3 evaluators. Is it okay to go to 5 evaluators or you want to go only 3 evaluators?
I'm fine with the 5 evaluators.
Okay, carry on, no problem. I think you can enjoy one more MPCBT today. I think Anirudh, are you ready?
Yes.
Hello.
Before that, project objective has to be set.
Yeah, it says you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Just
can anybody enable the video?
Yes.
So I will stop my share actually. So then I think you can able to see this.
Yes. Okay, so timer is Toastmasters Suhasini or
Yeah, Toastmaster. And Deepak will go on to read about your objectives, project objectives. Deepak, you read project objectives and after reading,
change your background to green, yellow, and red.
I will send a message in chat window because I don't have that.
No, 1 minute. If you are doing screen sharing in your speech, then you cannot do the system. You cannot have that.
I will do it for Toastmaster Anirudh, sir. No problem. So I will change my background. You please stick to my video. Okay?
Because it's very difficult to look in the chat window.
Sure. Yeah. So you please try your speech title.
Secret Medicine of Life.
Okay. So Toastmaster Anirudh is giving his level 1 project 3 evaluation and feedback.
No, it's researching and presenting actually.
Okay, in researching and presenting. The purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. So timer, it's me. It's time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster. All the best.
I think you come out of the screen share. Yeah, okay. Anirudh, you enabled your video and you present.
Yes. So timer, please wait. Let me share my screen.
So you are giving screen also.
1 minute. I hope my screen is visible to all. Can anybody confirm?
Yes.
Am I audible from this place?
Yes.
Yes.
1 minute.
So you want to start time now?
Till 10 minutes. Okay, timer, you can start. Today is a very special day. Today, I'm going to talk about the secret medicine of life. What do you think is the secret medicine of life? Any guesses?
Happiness.
Laugh.
Happiness.
Okay. So before I talk to you about what the secret medicine of life is, I would request all of you to rate yourselves on a scale of 1 to 5 on how you feel just now. 5 being the most happy and 1 being the least happy. Have you rated yourselves?
Yes.
Okay, now I would like to tell you a kutti joke. A professor was once traveling by boat. On his way, he asked his sailor, "Do you know biology, ecology, zoology, geography, and physiology?" But the sailor said no to all his questions. Then the professor asked, "What the hell do you know on earth? You will die of illiteracy." After a while, the boat started sinking. Then the sailor asked the professor, "Do you know swimology and escapology from sharkology?" And the professor said no. Then the sailor said, "Well, sharkology and crocodileology will eat your headology and you will diology because of your mouthology." Now, I would like you all to rate yourselves again on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the most happy and 1 being the least happy. I'm sure most of you got the second rating higher than the first. You know why? Because of the laughter that the joke brought to you. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. There is a specific field of study of laughter and its effects on the body from a psychological and physiological perspective. It is called gelatology. This field of study was pioneered by William F. Frye, who is a professor of psychology at Stanford University in California. He was the first scientist to propose that laughter could be a field of study and published research on the beneficial physiological processes that result from laughing. He also coined the word gelatology. And this word is from the Greek word gelos, gelato, which means laugh, laughter, and laughing. There are several physiological benefits of laughter. Some of them are the heart. It has been shown that laughing helps protect the heart, and studies explain that mental stress impairs the endothelium, which is the protective barrier lining a person's blood vessels. Once the endothelium is impaired, it can cause cholesterol buildup in a person's coronary arteries, which can ultimately cause a heart attack. Psychologist Steve Sultanov, who is the president of American Association for Therapeutic Humor, gave this explanation. So let's see what explanation he has given. With deep, heartfelt laughter, it appears that the serum cortisol, which is a hormone that is secreted when we are under stress, is decreased. So when you're having a stress reaction, if you laugh, apparently the cortisol that has been released during the stress reaction is reduced. Also, according to Sultanov, laughter has been shown to increase tolerance of pain and boost the body's production of infection-fighting antibodies, which can help prevent hardening of the arteries and subsequent conditions caused thereby, such as heart attacks or strokes. I'm sure most of you will agree that we all get stressed due to work pressure, financial commitments, relationship issues, etc. So let's just forget all of them and laugh out loud to keep our heart safe and ticking. Hypertension. In an article published in the Asian Journal of Pharmaceutical and Clinical Research, a study was conducted to determine the effectiveness of laughter therapy on blood pressure among patients with hypertension. A total of 50 people were recruited for the study. They were both male and female, diagnosed to have primary hypertension aged between 35 and 45 years. Pre-test was done using the blood pressure instrument, and laughter therapy was implemented over the following 2 weeks, and then post-test was done for all the participants. The comparison of pre and post-test blood pressure disclosed that there was a statistically significant difference between pre and post-test systolic and diastolic blood pressure. The findings disclosed that the practice of laughter therapy for 20 to 30 minutes, one session per day, for 5 days by the patients with hypertension reduced the blood pressure. As you can see, pre-test, the systolic, which was 144.52, came down after the laughter therapy to 126.8. And what about the diastolic? The diastolic, which was 94.52, came down to 82.88 after the laughter therapy. Now, for some lesser known interesting facts about laughter. How many times do you think adults laugh per day? Well, adults laugh about 15 to 30 times per day. And what about females? They laugh slightly more than men. And what about babies? They laugh 300 times per day. And when you ask adults what makes them laugh, most will tell you it's jokes and humor. But they are wrong. We actually laugh most when we are talking to our friends. Why? Because it's a form of communication and not a reaction. It is less to do with jokes and more a social behavior. You can't make yourself laugh by tickling yourself. Why? Because your brain predicts the sensation your fingers will make just before you tickle yourself. So it's not a surprise. Laughing burns more calories than you may think. And just 10 to 15 minutes of laughing a day can burn up to 40 calories. And finally, laughter is contagious. That's why you laugh at a joke when your friends are laughing, even if you miss the punchline. So clearly, the secret medicine of life is laughter and humor. And as for me personally, I have recently joined a laughter club behind Gandhi statue at Marina Beach. And I must say, the laughter therapy given in this club is very helpful in relieving us from stress. Finally, I would like to end my speech with a famous quote from the legendary comedian Charlie Chaplin. And as Charlie Chaplin once said, a day without laughter is a day wasted. Thank you for the opportunity, and over to you, Rao sir.
Yes, Toastmaster Anirudh, we are all mesmerized. So give us a minute.
Deepak, you can able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Now we are able to hear you.
So can you tell me in an alphabetical order, all 5 participants?
Alphabetical order. it is me, sir. Then.
So first is Deepak, then second?
Deepak and
Manu.
P, sir. Before P, Preeti and Priyanarayanan. And Manu.
No, Manu is after D, Manu, na? M.
No, yes, sir. Correct. Deepak, okay. Manu, Priya, Preeti, Santosh.
Okay. Anirudh, you can relax. Don't worry.
Yes, yes. For a long time, I needed to give this speech. Finally, I gave it today. Thanks to Deepak.
Finally, you completed your level.
So you take 5 minutes time for all participants to note down your points, everything. Then we'll start the 1 by 1 evaluation.
Are we using breakout room, sir?
No need. I think all participants are here. Oh, I think, yeah, I think you can use a breakout room. You have to send remaining 4 participants to the breakout room.
Okay, sir.
But give 5 minutes time now. Now 6:10 up to 6:15. You take your 6:15 time. They can note down all the points, everything, evaluation, everything. Then after that, we'll send to breakout room.
Okay, sir. Okay. I have created that. Once you say, I will open, sir. Toastmaster,
Yeah, 6:15.
You can intimate us.
6:15, you can able to send to the.
Okay.
Anirudh, it was a wonderful speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shubha.
Which laughter club you have joined?
Yeah, it's behind the Gandhi statue actually, Marina Beach. They'll come every day, Monday to Sunday it will happen. And they'll just keep laughing. They'll do some exercises, stretching exercises, some lunges and lifting hand and all. They will walk up and down and we laugh. So it's very beneficial actually.
What time is it?
It's morning 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock.
Good.
Anirudh, it was an insightful session. The studies, what you have discussed about the hypertension, that was highly informative. Thanks.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
thank you.
I think I'm seeing Gunashekar. Panjolla Gunashekar. K. Gunashekar. Who is that Gunashekar? He's our member.
Anirudh, tell me one joke, what you learned in that laughter club.
Actually, they will not crack jokes. They will just simply laugh and do some stretching activities and all.
So 1 hour they will continuously laugh. Huh?
Yeah, they'll do the exercise, walk up and down, laugh. Sometimes running also will be there, jogging up and down, and then laughing. So it will be like that. Only 3-4 people will be there. I think 4 to 5 people will be there, and they will do that.
Generally, when I was in Mumbai, I used to see this laughter club in all the parks. Around 10 to 15 people will come. So they have to go on, keep on laughing.
Yeah, from January only I joined that. From January only I'm going. And in between there was some lockdown in April, May and all. Again they have started after lockdown has been relaxed.
There is a laughter club in Triplicane.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think time is up now. Suhasini madam, 6:15.
One more minute. It's showing 6:14 in my laptop.
Okay.
Actually, how much minutes did I take totally? Toastmaster Deepak, are you there?
Yeah, not Deepak. I think Suhasini madam, I think noted down your time.
For Anirudh, Deepak only handle, sir.
Okay. I think Anirudh, I think you are in 7 minutes, I think around 7 minutes.
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear.
6 minutes, I think 6 minutes.
Yeah, just when I completed, the red card was shown. So I think
maybe it's 6 minutes, maybe 5, 6, 7 only, na?
Yes.
Find something.
I think you prepared well. Morning you told that you are exceeding time, isn't it?
Yes. That's what fastly I did. 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and all I practiced.
Sir, it's time up 6:15 now.
Yeah. I think Deepak now, except you, all 4 members, participants, they can move to the breakout room.
Yes, sir. I just opened that breakout room.
Rao sir, actually I just want to know whether we have to see the objectives of the evaluation sheet or project objective is which we should give importance.
No, project objectives only, na? What is the evaluation objectives? We have a project thing, evaluation document. There is a purpose of the statement.
Okay. But
Purpose statement. The purpose statement you have to see. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Are you
Hello. I think I'm not able to hear, Madam Suma, Madam.
Am I audible?
Now I can able to hear. Tell me.
Actually, I just want to know whether the evaluation sheet also gives us much more clarity than the project objectives itself. So which should we follow, sir, actually, literally speaking?
No. What, Madam, if you see evaluation document, there is a first one, see the purpose of the statement. Then after that, there is a 3 categories. Speaker excelled on some thing, speaker has to improve.
Yeah.
And if you want to go, I think there are 3 categories. Those 3 categories you can able to give summarization. Okay. And also below, if you see, there are 9 categories.
Yeah.
You know, that delivery aspects.
Content.
So in delivery aspects, each category they have 1 to 5 levels.
Okay.
So if you go through all these things, suppose for example, if you see vocal variety, and they're giving 5 levels of vocal variety. How speaker can be no voice speaker to be excellent speaker. There are 5 levels. So based on that vocal variety, and you observe the speaker vocal variety, you can map them. Whether that speaker will come either 3 or 4 or 2. Accordingly, you have to give your evaluation.
Yeah, correct. But objectives of the, sometimes objective, should we give the project objective importance or evaluation? While doing the evaluation, the objective is sometimes, more emphasizing on something else. So that's why I had a doubt.
No, first and foremost is objectives, because it is a project to project objectives will change, isn't it? Suppose today, Aniruddha has given the research project, isn't it?
Yeah.
If he's not meeting the project objective research, if he's not giving any research and he's giving some speech, that means he's not meeting the objectives. He has to repeat the project.
Yeah.
So objective is important. Then after objective, you go for the content, then delivery. So these are 3 dimensions: objective, content, and delivery.
Yeah, thank you.
So 3 dimensional, you have to see the speech and you give the evaluation. So I think Deepak is
Sir?
there? Deepak?
Yes, sir, I'm here, sir.
Yeah, I think you can start. I think already time is there. Now we are not.
Yes, sir. Toastmaster Anirudh, can you take care of time here? Can you?
Yeah, sure. Who should I time? Everyone? All the evaluators?
Yeah, you can.
All 5 evaluators, I think. Now Anirudh is taking time?
Yeah, yes, sir. Anirudh is taking time.
Okay. So then 2 to 3 minutes. Anirudh, you know that evaluation time, you know? 2 minutes green?
2 minutes green, 2.5 minutes yellow, 3 minutes red.
Yeah. I think I'm requesting all evaluators to please stick to the timings, because we are filing short of time now.
Sure, sir.
Okay, Deepak, we carry on.
Okay. Anirudh?
Yes. 1 minute. Let me open the timer.
Okay.
Just 1 minute, not more than that.
I think Suhasini madam can be free now. She is not taking any time now.
Yes, sir. I don't have that card on my laptop.
No problem. Yeah. I think you can listen this evaluation.
Yeah, I am listening.
Yeah, okay, you can start.
Okay. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, and to my target speaker, Toastmaster. So he has kudos to that. He has successfully completed his level 1 in path research and planning project. So I was totally amazed by the topic he has chosen, because whatever we do at the end of the day, we ran towards the money in the earlier age. Later, we ran towards health. So that is how our we have seen this generation is that is how it's going behind. So when he chose a perfect topic, he had chosen a perfect topic where he enthusiastically introduced the topic And he also asked the question at the beginning to rate ourselves the emotions. So that was really amazing, I would say. So you have good opening in that perspective. And I really like the reference points that you have mentioned in the PPT, because what we do most of the time, we try to get the research items, but we forget to mention the reference points, I would say. So it's something like research paper you have published. So it's something like more professional, I would say. Since your project objective is also research and planning, so you have well prepared the research work and presented effectively, so that it also confirms that the data is 100% credible one, and we also take a lot of takeaways from that. So thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh, for that. And you also personally connect to us, because that laughter, that hypertension, and all the diseases that you have mentioned, right? We are expecting in the sooner age. So if you have explained that very clearly, you have put it in our face in a bar chart or reference diagram. So we could also easily visualize how the graph is reducing or increasing based on our laughter. And you also clearly mentioned how the adults, male and female and children were laughing and per day. So that statistics is new to me. And you also include a lot of statistical report, which again confirms you have done a well research in your speech. Moving on to your clarity, you are 100% clarity. We are able to understand what you are speaking. Moving on to your eye contact is perfect, I would say. You have used comfort level. So I could see when you are talking, when you are explaining the things, you are comfort with the audience. And I could see a lot of audiences were laughing when you are mentioning few items. That I can confirm that you 100% are thoroughly engaged the audience that are present in the meeting. And moving on to recommendations, I would say there are a lot of biological items, so which we couldn't track of. And your voice is kind of monotonous in the middle, so that we could have made our voice a little bit up and down wherever it's needed. And body movements can be improved, because you are using slide and you are moving here and there. So on concluding, so you have excellent vocal variety, excellent eye contact, comfort level was very good, and with addition to this requirements like voice, tonal variety, and body movements, your speech would have reached a next level. Thank you, Toastmaster Anirudh. Over to you. Thank you.
Good, Toastmaster Deepak. I think you're done on time. Can you allow Manu immediately to our main room?
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for your feedback.
Thank you.
We should not waste our time now. Just please allow Manu to main room.
Manu has joined.
Manu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah,
am I audible and visible?
You are. Yeah. Now you are visible. So.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Little more louder, please.
Now you are able to hear me, ma'am?
Very feeble. Little more.
Please quickly check the audio settings in Zoom.
Everything is full.
Can you reconnect your headphone, maybe because of that?
How about now?
Yeah, now it's okay. So you can proceed, Manu.
I have some other problem.
I think your voice has to be a little bit has to.
Okay. So now, sir?
Yeah, now it's okay. I think.
Maybe
you can proceed.
Sorry?
You can remove your headphones and try.
No, I do have problem with my laptop. It works only when I do have it.
Okay. So carry on, Manu.
Okay.
I think Anirudh, you can take the time now. Start time. Okay.
Yes.
Good evening, everybody, and my distinct speaker, Toastmaster Anirudh. I first congratulate you to give us a wonderful speech. I would say that you have done so much of research, actually. Starting from the title, The Secret Medicine of Life. The title was intriguing. Even before starting, you capture the audience of giving them the interest of what would be what would you speak for following the title. So the title was captivating, and you started your speech with two things. One was you gave us a call to action question followed by a story. Both had performed its has satisfied its purpose, I would say, because in call to action question you grab the attention of all the listeners, those who weren't listening to you. And in the story section you gave a funny thing, so that it was aligned to your topic title, as well as it gave the energy for the people to listen to your speech. From that, I say that those two things were very good while you have narrated the speech. And the second thing is like and with the terms and all those things, you said like gelotology, which is a study of laugh. That was totally a new topic. I didn't even know that there was such a study for laughter. And there were some common terms like mental stress, heart attack, and all those things. We have already that's a well-known fact that laughter will give us a relief from mental stress and heart attack. But you had a few more innovating points, like it will increase your immunity levels, and it will vary from men, women, and kids. Those were totally unimaginable information. So that conveys that how far you have researched for that particular topic. And one special thing I like more is like it would burn calories. I'm someone who is a gym freak. I do 2 hours, spend 2 hours in gym. So to me, that information was very informative. And areas of improvement, I would suggest that lighting could be have better. You could have been in a bright light. And for PPT access, you could have got help from someone, because that was inconvenience for you. Like you have to stand and give your speech and then change slide by slide. Instead, you could have given that PPT to someone else, so that they will make the slide change. And hand gesture, you were making hand gesture, but what happened is like your gesture totally was under the screen. Only a few things, when you raised your hand, we were able to view it. So that can be incorporated in the forthcoming speeches. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Manu. I think you have completed your evaluation within time.
Okay.
So Deepak, can you?
Thank you, Toastmaster Manu, for the feedback.
Thank you.
I think Deepak, can you allow Priya Narayanan?
I invited Toastmaster Priya Narayanan. Yes, sir.
I think she joined now.
Yeah. Toastmaster Priya Narayanan?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Toastmaster Priya Narayanan, are you ready now?
Yes, sir. I am.
You have to adjust your screen.
I have.
Yeah, now it's okay. Good.
Yes.
So you can proceed now. You have 3 minutes time. Please take the 3 minutes time.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Rao. Timer, I start now.
Yes.
Toastmaster Anirudh, I think you were just fantastic right from the word go. The way you got our the audience attention by quickly asking us to take a quick survey of the current state of happiness, and then you cracked a very funny joke, and you asked us to re-rate our state of happiness, and I think all of us could only but nod that yes, you were right, our happiness did go up, and you quickly got us involved on the point that yes, laughter is the secret medicine of life. I think that was a fantastic way to start and get the audience attention. I think your project objective says that your project should be well researched. And I think kudos on that. At a very short notice, your speech was extremely well researched and well presented. I like the fact that you threw a lot of research on how our heart health improves, how the blood pressure comes down. And I like the fact that, you made us all, you forced us to see by, forcing the attention and with your hand gesture, and made us look at the graph and tell us how our systolic and diastolic rates come down. That was a fantastic way of drawing our attention in an online platform. So wow on that. In terms of aspects that you could have done better, I think the only distraction was that you kept bending, somewhere the flow got interrupted every time you went towards your slide and changed to the next slide. Maybe you could have avoided that by giving on the rights to somebody else. Otherwise, it was well presented, well researched topic. Another aspect is that I felt your presentation was too much of research. If it's possible, you may want to incorporate another style, which is a bit of humor to spice up your presentation. One area that you could look at challenging yourself is that you may want to be a little more at ease. You were exceedingly good, your confidence was good, but I think you try to seek perfection and your comfort level was a little low. So if you can be a little more at ease, I'm sure you will excel in all your future presentation. So in conclusion, I found your topic was well researched, well presented, clear, super confident. Your conclusion was power packed and you said about the Charlie Chaplin quote. The only thing is you need to be a little more at ease. And I think you will excel in all your future speeches. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster P. Narayan. I think you are well in time actually.
Yeah.
So you're taken only 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Good. So, Deepak, can you bring Preeti to our main room? Sorry, because I'm rushing up. I thought maybe it will take 1 hour, but it's taking a lot of time because I put this hands-on session. So hands-on session itself is taking 1 hour actually because of 5 participants, 5 into 3, 15 minutes, and coming and going to breakout rooms 20 minutes, 7-minute speech 27. So it is taking almost half an hour. I think Preeti joined now. Toastmaster Preeti, can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can start now. Anirudh, please note down the time. Take the time.
Yes.
Preeti, can you enable your video also, please?
Can anybody spotlight the video?
Am I visible and audible?
Yes, yes.
Good evening, members of MTC. Kudos to you, Anirudh, for delivering such a wonderful speech on research and presenting. It was a graceful speech. Researching a topic will make you to explore new things. Today, you came up with a well-researched topic and well-analyzed topic. Introducing something new to the members will make them to stick to your speech because people like to hear new things. Today, you came up with a topic, gelatology, which I was not even aware of. So kudos to you to introduce this topic to us. Coming to the opening, you started it with a question and the initial opening was so interactive and this made us to stick to your topic like a magnet. Later on, you gave a scientific research of the topic which you gave, like who coined the word gelatology and some scientific researches on that. It was so good. Later, you presented some statistic or charts related to hypertension and you gave some example as well. And it was good because this made you to prove your speech. So people like to see facts or logics of some speeches. So this shows you researched the topic so well. You concluded the speech with a quote from Charlie Chaplin. You would have taken any more quotes because the quote of laughing has so many quotes, but particularly you take Charlie Chaplin quote because he goes well with your topic because he made people laugh. So it was a well-researched and well-chosen quote as well. Coming to the delivery part, your camera positioning was so good and your screen presence was also so good. You also introduced us to the new topic and your confidence level was commendable because your energy was stable from the start till the end. Also, you have provided some facts and logics behind your speech. So these are the positive points that I would say. Coming to the recommendation points. Since you are standing and talking, some of your gestures were missing. So you'd have positioned your laptop in such a way that we could see your gestures. Also, the voice modulation was stable from the start to the end. You can also add some more variations that can take your speech to the next level. In a nutshell, it was a power-packed, well-researched, well-analyzed, and well-delivered speech. Kudos to you. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti. I think you are done within 3 minutes. So now, Deepak, can you?
Yes, sir. More.
Hello, Santosh, please.
Yes,
I think
sir,
now we can able to close the breakout room also. Everybody is there in this.
Toastmaster Santosh, can you turn on your video? Yeah.
Santosh has to join. Yeah, he joined. Yeah. Santosh, I think this is time for you now. Yeah. Can you speak some words?
Am I
Santosh?
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you are audible. Yeah. So now time for you, Santosh. Start your evaluation.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I want to congratulate Toastmaster Anirudh for this well-researched and well-crafted speech. It was a flawless speech. His topic selection was very good. The secret medicine of life, which brings us the laughter, underlying the laughter inside that secret medicine of life. The purpose statement is very clearly met, as he has done an excellent research and presented in a well-organized manner. And it's a very informative speech, I can say. It's an excellent topic selection, as I said before, the laughter therapy, which brings us to the study of galatology. The two pick up of the words, galatology, is also impressive because we can say that galatology, the study of body science parts, which we can say is zoology, biology, like that we are studying. So he brought out galatology, which is a good word to take away for us. Coming to the content and organization of the speech, he has crafted a speech in a well-organized manner, and the organization of the speech structure is excellent. He initially get us attention by bringing out the question, how you are rating yourself. By grabbing the attention of the audience, he done that very well. He all are interpreted within ourselves, how we are rating ourselves from 0 to 5 in that scale. It's very much useful. Has good pick of words, I already said. He also ultimately imposed how laughing is important in our daily life. That takes us how many times we are laughing, how many times the life gives us a chance to laugh, but how many times we are utilizing that opportunity. He keenly insisted on that. The order of delivery as flow of organization has been very good. He has ordered from the body parts heart, how hot. He started from the main thing, how hot, how the hormones of the heart, that serum, cortisol, how it's all working. If we don't properly use the laughter therapy, we get to the hypertension. He made a clear transition from one phase to the next phase. And he finally got into us to the lesser known facts about the hypertension, which is very useful for us. Overall, it's a very informative and key takeaway learnables, so many things from this speech. I can improve some of the areas of improvement for him. I found that speech was a little bit monotonous. He was standing like this and giving a speech like a monotonous speech. He can give some, actually it can be because of that computer distance. He can make that comfortable in his next speech. Next, the facial expressions he can improve. And the body language, if he is using, it will be it will persuade the audience. These are all the areas of improvement I can give. Overall, he gave a well-researched and presented it in a very well manner. And another important thing, and I can say that when it comes to research and presenting topic, where we are presenting through a PPT, it will be very catch for the data and the informations in a diagram way or a very well presented manner. Using PPT in the research and presenting topic, it will be very much useful and it will gain the audience attraction. He done it in a very useful manner. I want to appreciate Toastmaster Anirudh for his wonderful speech and all the best for his future speeches. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Santosh. I think you have done within time. Anirudh, I think before going to this thing, can you tell me timings of individuals from Deepak to Santosh?
Actually, I think I didn't note down the time, but I think Deepak only exceeded the time. He took 3 minutes 33 seconds. But rest all I've done within 3 minutes actually. Yeah.
And good. So now I will give the overall actually 5 participants. You heard about the 5 evaluations now. One for one speech of Anirudh. So Anirudh, I think is very happy now because he got a dhamaka. I think not double dhamaka. It is actually 5 people has given evaluation. So he's very happy maybe. So in summary, what I'm going to tell is, I think all 5 evaluators, they touched upon the important points, that opening and body and also the summation of the speech. And also everybody appreciated the topic selected by the Anirudh. So that is a very important point. And all 5 participants, evaluation participants, they brought about the research findings, how actually speaker has given the research findings. And also they touch upon the recommendations. Each one has given their own recommendations. Some people are giving about the vocal variety, some people are giving about the screen presence and body languages, some people are giving about the how to structure the presentation. So that area of recommendation vary from person to person, but I think you have touched the area of recommendation also. And finally, each and every evaluator participant, they gave summation also. So it's a well organized this thing. Now coming to my things of how I have to give, because you know what happened, most of the evaluators, they'll trap into the content of the speaker. So first of all, even senior seasoned speakers also, they will do this thing. You try to avoid repeating the content what speaker is telling. That is the first and foremost point. You touch upon the content, but you have to, the content when you are touching upon the evaluation, it has to have some meaning, whether you have to give a recommendation or you are appreciating or your summation. So don't go into the too much of the content, because if you are repeating the speaker content, that's not evaluation. So that is an important thing. And the second point, first and foremost, you have to see whether speaker has fulfilled his purpose, objectives of the speech. Because if he's not fulfilled the objective of the speech, I think entire speech is defeated, isn't it? So first checking point is purpose of the speech. So suppose Anirudh has to give R&D speech, and it is well recognized because he has done a good research, he has brought references, everything. So it has purpose is meeting. That means after that, I think your evaluation will start. First and foremost point, you check the purpose of the statement. Then coming to the content, and you are all people are, we are all giving speeches, isn't it? Prepared speeches we are giving. So as an evaluator, you should have a very good knowledge on the kinds of speeches. How many types of speeches we have? Most of you may be knowing.
7
kinds of speech. What is the, suppose in public speaking, if you are giving one speech, it has to come into the 4 categories, isn't it? First is speaking to inform, informational speech, entertainment speech, motivational speech, persuasion speech, isn't it? If you prepare any script, it has to fall into the 4 categories. So that is one thing. Second thing, the kinds of speech.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you repeat that 4 types of speech?
Yeah. First one is speaking to inform. So you are bringing the informational speech. Then you are giving the humorous speech, entertaining speech. And third point is persuasion speech. That is call of action. Fourth is motivational speech. So any public speaker, he has to write a script to fill into one of these categories. So as an evaluator, you have to identify what the category of speech is giving. That is one thing. Once you identify the category of speech, you have to go for the 7 kinds of speeches available. What is the 7 kinds of speech? Anyone? Because we are all Toastmasters, isn't it? If you are not knowing the kinds of speech, I think nobody can know. Anybody? Priya Narayanan, Arun? Tell maybe not one or two, no problem.
Can I say, sir?
Yeah, tell anybody, you can tell. What is it?
Motivational speeches, persuasion.
No, that I already told. That is
Core message.
Category, no, not message. So what I'm telling.
Layer the content over the
Storytelling.
Preeti, she's telling storytelling.
Social speech.
Speeches.
Yeah. Actually, what I'm telling is there are 7 kinds of speech. Is there topical speech, topic by topic will go. Suppose if you take 2-3 ideas, one idea you're putting on topic and the second idea are going. One topic to other topic you're moving, isn't it? So that is a topical speech, you can say. Most of 99% speeches will come under topical speech. Because we have 2-3 ideas. We want to write a script on the 2-3 ideas. One topic you are giving, and after that you're moving to other topic. So topical speech. Then there is a chronological speech with respect to time. So when I born, and after that I went to school, 1970, 1980, I went to college, 1990, I got job. So that is a chronological speech. So with respect to time, isn't it? That is a third category, a third kind of speech. Fourth is, I think you can say problem and solution. You are giving problem, you are giving solution. You are giving problem, you are giving solution. That is the other thing. Then after that, generalized purpose and specific purpose. So like that, we have 7 kinds of speeches. And as an evaluator, you need to identify what kind of speech this has been falling. So that is one of the important points for you to do evaluation. So after identifying the type of speech and kind of speech and purpose has been fulfilled, then you have to go for the what message speaker has given. Today, what message has given, Anirudh? Can you anybody tell all 5 participants what message he has given?
Implementing the laughter therapy.
Life without laughter is not life at all. The Charlie Chaplin. A day without laughter is a day wasted. That's the
that is the concluding remark.
Laugh
what
as
is
much
the
as
complete
possible.
message in the speech?
Laugh as much as possible.
Laughter is the best medicine.
Yeah, laughter is the best medicine. So you have to identify the message. Because and also as a speaker, when you are starting the script also, that is you have to keep in your mind what message I'm giving to audience. Because audience will vary from place to place. If you're coming to Madras Toastmasters, if you're going to your profession, your team may be there, your senior people will be there. What message you want to give? So message is important. Identify the speaker's message. Once you identify the speaker message, once you identify the kind of speech and type of speech, then you see now how content has been wrapped. Speech organization, opening, body, and conclusion. With the message as a core, and he has to wrap it out the 3 layers. First opening, then closing, body, then closing, isn't it? And you have to see how well-structured speeches has been formed. Organization of the speech. So that is the beauty of the speaker, isn't it? If you are a very good speaker, effective speaker, and you have prepared nice content, you practice very well, your organization will be very good. That's why if you see world champion public speaking, 7-minute speech, excellent organization. So these are the content aspect. So once you, as an evaluator, we need to knowledgeable on the content, how content is preparing, what kind of speech, what type of speech, what message. Once you know the content, then you can give your recommendation on the content. Suppose message may be good, maybe speech structure may not be good, opening is good, body is good, conclusion may not be powerful. So these are the points for you. Then coming to the delivery aspects. So delivery aspects, if you see body language, vocal variety, isn't it? These two are the things. If any seasoned speaker, there is some improvement in the vocal variety because throughout the 7-minute speech, we cannot able to gel with the vocal alignment with your voice, isn't it? Voice inflection, voice volume. So these things, I think definitely there is area of improvement. If you are an evaluator, you can catch on the vocal variety, I'm telling you. Vocal variety is one of the plus point for the evaluators. Definitely you can catch area of improvement on the voice vocal variety. Then body language, because in physical meetings, we can able to see the body language, hands, gestures, movement of their stage presence, moving from here and there and all those things. But in online, what will happen? Online, you have to see screen presence. How he is perfectly presented on the screen. How is eye contact through the camera? If he is seeing the camera and if he is talking, that means he is speaking to all audience. Isn't it? So screen presence, facing the camera. And whenever is required, you can move the hand gestures. And if you're standing and giving like Anirudh, I think it's a confident. If you even in the online meeting, if you're standing and giving, that is one of the plus point, because he's a very good confident speaker. Like that you can say.
Even when I am an evaluator, I will recommend, okay, please stand and give. Because sitting and giving, I don't.
No. During evaluation, you should not say all those things. Let speaker can give whatever, maybe you give recommendation, isn't it? So these are the body languages, delivery aspect. So one is content, other one is delivery aspect. Third is purpose of the speech. These are 3 dimensions. You have to package it all 3 dimensions. You have to give the evaluation, isn't it? So this is one of the technique I can say. And one more important technique, I think all 5 participants today, nobody used the technique. What you have to use is, you have to use acronym. If you are very clever, within 3 minutes, whatever you listen, the 5 to 7 minutes, suppose if he is telling smile or laughter or Anirudh, or maybe whatever naming. Suppose today I gave my speech evaluation for storytelling. I have taken Priya name as Priya. P is a plot, R is a resource, I is an interesting fish, YA is S2 audience. So what happened when you are coming to the, it will be a unique factor for you. Other participants may not use that acronym. Suppose last time when I gave in 2020 division contest evaluation, so what I used is division contest, they put a name is HIT. Contest name itself, conference name is HIT, HIT. So the HIT is taken as acronym. Highlights of the speech, improvements, techniques. H is the highlights of the speech, I is improvement of the speech, T is a technique. So that's why I think maybe judges may be connected. So you can use the evaluation. Suppose last week when I gave my speech, Arun Kumar has used 3T. I think he also used it for task, tools, some techniques or something. As a leadership, if you should have tasks, you should have tools, you should have techniques, something like that. So 3T is used. Like that, I think if you are go on giving, you can bring your, and even if you see in a district evaluation, most of the evaluators, they use the acronym. So that is one of the plus point for you. So these are the points you can able to take into this when you are giving evaluation. And one more thing I am going to tell you, because today I think all participants are very good. They can able to complete within 3 minutes. Generally, most of the time, evaluation time will be, they may not able to meet the time. Because why you have to, your ideas has to be structured in an effective way, you have to give evaluation. For this, I am going to tell one more technique. Always keep in mind 3 to 1. Because that will save your time. 3 points which you like from the speech. 3 important points. 2 areas of improvement. 1 recommendation. Enough, because you cannot give more than that within 2 to 3 minutes, isn't it? So, for example, if you see a title is very good, organized speech is very good, and whatever delivery is good. So you cannot say good, and all, but you give meaningful recommendation, meaningful suggestions in a 3 points. What you like more. Today, if you see, I can like Anirudh's speech. Title is very good, and the opening technique is excellent because he told the scale 1 to 5. That means he is grooming the audience. Opening technique is good, and the reference of research is very good. So these are the 3 important points I can say. And then you can say 2 areas of improvement. That doesn't mean each area you have to give recommendation. You stick to the 2 areas of improvement. Don't give 3, 4, 5 on areas of improvement, because you cannot put into the 2 to 3 minute speech. So suppose today I think 2 areas of improvement I can say Anirudh is standing and giving, but he is far from the screen. So that I think one of the areas of improvement. Second area of improvement, slide design, because he is giving a lot of reference names. So the title in a slide, you cannot give more texture. People cannot able to read. People cannot able to understand. So design of the slides he has to change. There's 2 areas of improvement. And the recommendation. 1 recommendation is enough. 1 recommendation I can say from Anirudh. So yes, he abruptly, because I think he's very focused on the time. When he's coming to the opening is very good, closing body is very good. When it is coming to the closing, concluding remark, when he's showing the, I think famous personality, celebrity, Charlie Chaplin, he abruptly wants to close the speech. Instead of that, I think smoothly he has to move to there. So closing, it should be powerful. Or maybe in a closing, is a call of action, because he's done a lot of research. You have to give us some call of action. If you laugh every day 10 minutes, this is 100 calories will burn. That is equal to 3 bananas. Something, some call of action you have to give. So that's what I'm telling. So you have to always remember 3, 2, 1. Okay. So these are my some of the tips I want to give. I think it will be useful for you. Now I'm going to the last one. Last one coming to the contest. So now you understand, don't worry about what level they're giving, what project they're giving. There are evaluation guidelines, and as an evaluator, you should be very good script writer first. Because when you are putting your ideas, writing your script, identifying your speech, title, message, kind of speech, all those things you should know. And delivery aspect you should know. So both you should not, with any level of project you can be able to give. That doesn't mean each project purpose is different. I have to change the evaluation, not like that. But purpose is the first point, because purpose is the qualifying for the speaker. If purpose is not qualifying, I think the speech no need to give. You ask him to repeat the speech. Now I will go to the contest scenario. Just 1 minute. I want to share my screen. You can able to see my screen. Judging items.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So what is the basic difference between the club evaluation, speech evaluation, contest? Anybody?
Same speaker and
come on. Now what is the difference between evaluation at the club level, at the contest level?
Purpose statements.
Okay, what is purpose statement means?
In the club level, we are progressing from a base level to higher level. In the contest level, it may be like to assess certain skills.
I guess there is no project objective in evaluation.
Okay. Then
so it's completely based on evaluators' freedom. Evaluator has their own freedom.
Yeah, no, actually what happened in club level, when you are giving evaluation, it is a project based, isn't it? Each project speaker is giving a speech and you are evaluating on the project objective. And based on that, you are giving the motivating the speaker and you are giving recommendation in the areas of improvement. Whereas in contest, what happened? Because you have to normalize the number of evaluators, Toastmasters International has brought the judging criteria. And if you see here, there are 4 criteria. Can you able to see 4 criteria? Anybody can read? What are the 4 criteria?
Analytical quality.
Okay.
Recommendations. Technique. And summation.
Yeah. So what happened? Whenever you are giving evaluation, judges will see all these 4 characters. Analytical quality 40% weightage. Recommendation 30%. Technique 15%. Summation 15%. So what is analytical quality? Any idea? What is analytical quality? Because after a 100-point scale, you are getting 40 points evaluated on the analytical quality. Anyone? What is analytical quality? I think you all guys are given analytical quality in today's
how relevant to the topic or the title and the content should be relevant, and if it is a contest, they will have some theme or something, so it should be relevant to that.
Okay. So I think here they gave very clearly, every evaluation should carefully analyze the strengths and weakness of the speaker's presentation. But the evaluator's comments clear and logical. Whatever comments you are giving, it should be clear and logical. Did the evaluator identify specific strengths and weakness of the presentation? So these are the analytical quality. So when you are analyzing the speech, you have to identify the strengths and weakness of the speaker, and you have to give a very clear and focused recommendations. You have to identify what are the strengths and weakness of the speaker through analytical quality. Then the recommendation. What does the recommendation means? So an evaluator not only points to the strengths and weakness of the speech, she also offers specific recommendation for improvements. Recommendation should be practical, helpful, and positive, and they should enable the speaker to improve his or her next speech. Isn't it? Because whatever evaluation, recommendation you are giving, it should be practical. You should not give impractical recommendation. So that the judges, they will look into it, whether you are whatever recommendation you are giving, it is practical and it is useful and it is motivating to the speaker. Then coming to the third technique, can you anybody tell what are the techniques we are using in the evaluation? Priya Narayanan, Preeti, Arun.
The 3-2-1 technique you have said, sir.
No, that is my strategy to give. So there is a predominantly one technique. I think Dinesh is not at all speaking. Dinesh is there.
Sandwich technique.
So one technique is, breaking down into opening, the body of the content and the conclusion. That's how the evaluation is done.
Okay, I think Santosh has come to sandwich technique. Good.
Sandwich technique.
Yeah, sandwich technique is one of the technique. What about Dinesh? Dinesh is there. Dinesh?
Yes, sir. I was actually working. Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
Yeah, no. I think I didn't hear your voice. Tell me what are the techniques are there in evaluation?
Techniques in evaluation. I think it's the first one is I
Okay,
remember
I think
sandwich technique.
Yeah,
And
sandwich
apart
technique.
from that,
Sandwich technique is the predominantly they're using, because sandwich means you see, I think there are two slices of bread on the top and bottom, and in between there is a raw material, isn't it? Vegetables. So when you are giving evaluation in a first layer, you have to give very politely and all, and after that you have to give area of improvements, recommendation, everything. Then finally, when you are giving summation, you have to be very politely, you have to summation. That is a sandwich technique. Otherwise, one more technique also there. You have to give technique like identifying strength, identifying weak area recommendation, identifying weak area recommendation, identifying weak area recommendation. So one point you are identifying, then you are giving recommendation. Other point you are identifying and
so
recommendation.
there's
That
also another
technique.
method, right? It's called chronological method or something. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that 3 to 1, that is a technique I'm telling, because you want to give a evaluation within 3 minutes. So that is the best strategy. 3 areas of 3 strengths of the speaker and 2 areas of improvement, 1 recommendation. Okay. Then finally summation. I think last judging criteria is summation. See, if you give very good evaluation, but you are not able to sum up your ideas, then again I think you lose the marks. So you have to keep some time to give a summation also. So within 2 to 3 minutes, you have to cover all these 4 categories. Also, you can see your evaluation is a speech, opening, body, and conclusion. So if you give all those things, I can say one rough calculation. Opening is 50 words. And your body of your evaluation should be 100 to 150 words. Conclusion is 50 words. Total 300. So that is one of the technique I can say. So these are the things. I think now we have taken a lot of, we underestimated the time. Actually, we thought it will sufficient only 1 hour. It is taken more than 1 hour. So I completed all the, whatever planned sessions I gave here. Now you have any question and answers, you can feel free to ask. Another 5 minutes, we can wind up the session.
Sir, can you spell out the word that you have said initially? To like that today you have evaluated Priya like that every letter taking to some meaning. Can you spell out that word ergonomy like that you have said something?
Acronyms.
Acronyms.
Yeah. Something like IIT, CG, something.
Okay. Acronyms. That's what I got.
Yeah.
So you try to use acronym, that is a plus point for you.
Okay, any questions?
So if you need any questions and all, I think feel free to send to Deepak. Then I think I will give you answers. And if you don't have anything, we can wind up the session now. Thanks for the time.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
I have a small doubt, sir. Can you please clarify? Even though it is a elementary thing, I just want to clarify the number of speeches, whatever evaluation. Is there a script there over there in Toastmasters?
What,
Is
madam?
script
What is the script, madam? You are asking standard script for the giving evaluation. That's what you are asking.
Standard script. For example, you said these are the speeches, generalized speech, topical speech, clinical speech. So, is there any script for that anywhere in Toastmasters? So
it is available, madam. It is available. Actually, it is available in Pathways itself. I think one of the level I saw, they gave very detailed thing. I will find out and I will let you know, because I think one of the project in the second level or third level, Toastmasters International is given very detailed the 7 kinds of speeches and all.
So we have to see in Pathways only, right, sir?
In Pathways it is available. Yeah, Pathways level 2 or level 3. There I think they gave very good kinds of speeches, 7 kinds of speeches, and 4 categories of speeches. I think everybody knows, not even Toastmasters. Entire public speaking, the 4 categories of speeches are standard. I think that is a very standard rule. That is 4 categories of speeches.
The rest of it, even vocal variety, all those things, is which I don't know how to put it. So how do we get the knowledge of those things? Only we are asking. I am asking.
No, but actually, madam, when you are doing the project 6 in our earlier track, you remember the vocal variety in a CC manual. In a CC manual, if you see vocal variety, project 6, there they mentioned about what is the vocal variety, how many types of vocal variety is there, voice, texture, toner, and all those things. If you go through that one, I think it will be very useful. Old manual you have, madam? CC manual you have? Old manual?
Yeah, I have, sir.
There you go to 6, project 6. In a project 6, they mentioned very clearly about the vocal variety.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other doubts? I also request all the participants to post your 3 takeaways from this session. I could say 3-tone technique, effective mentoring, hands-on experience. Yeah. So
you done this thing survey?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now only they are giving, sir.
Good,
participants who attended this session. So these are the takeaways they are taking away from this session.
I think you are implementing what our district 120 is doing. I think you are implementing good, excellent.
Yes, sir.
The initial PPT sir has shared is very useful.
Yeah, I will share that. I will share that PPT, no problem. That is actually standard PPT available. I'll give to that PPT.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Is there any other doubts?
No, actually.
Okay, others? So
No, it was very informative. Thank you, Dr. Rao, for sparing this time.
Good, thank you. I think what my suggestion to all participants today, you can participate in the evaluation contest, club level. So don't worry about whether we are winning or losing. Just participate. Once you participate, you know what is the power of contest actually.
So when is it held? On first week of September? Or?
No. I think they're going to announce. I think maybe August or September first week. They have to conduct as early as possible.
Okay.
If we can have a session on tonal variety and something as an educational session, a lot of us just read about it, but if some experienced speaker can give us insights on how we can incorporate that, would also help maybe as a future session.
Yeah, I think Deepak, you note down.
Yes, sir.
I think maybe vocal variety, one educational mentoring session you can give. Vocal variety. I think maybe we'll bring some good vocal variety. Either I can give or maybe some senior people you can ask.
Okay.
But only thing I think participants bear with us because we thought of giving a lot of information. That's why we are conducting outside the club meeting, and it is taking time. I think I think all these sessions are useful for you, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your time actually. So we found we circulated a lot of surveys and finally found this time is the optimum and free time for all. So most of the members. So we chose this time. So it will go on like 2 to 3 weeks, I guess. So next week is humorous speech contest, suggestions and mentoring session. So I request all the Toastmasters to register for that as well. And thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Janada Rao, for continuously monitoring and supporting to track this event. And yeah, so I hope all Toastmasters would be benefited from this session.
Yes, yes. Thank you, DTM Rao.
Yeah. Thank you, Deepak. I think you have done a fantastic job right from the beginning, inception to closing. And also I can thank our target speaker, Anirudh, also.
Yes,
so he has taken the opportunity. It's a very good opportunity, I think, Anirudh has taken today. And
Deepak, thank Deepak actually.
Yeah, I think Deepak would have motivated you. Good.
Yes, yes. I was not wanting to give it actually. He said, "Okay, please give it," and then said, "Okay, I'll give it." Then I'm.
So Deepak, I think
this is an opportunity for him also to get motivated from various speakers.
Deepak, just inform to our VPE, Toastmaster Kavita, regarding this credit it has to go to our Anirudh. So I think you can complete the level 1 now.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So Anirudh, I think you continue to give speeches here. Don't I think nowadays you're not giving speeches at all. Anirudh, you can
I was not getting the confidence actually.
No.